Hello my dear viewers, and today I just want to tell you about a book which is called How to Stop the Time. This book is written by HAIG, and firstly, this is a fantasy book. I don't like fantasy at all, but I liked this book because this is the kind of fantasy that is bounded with history, and I like history as a topic that can be developed by the talkers, by the speakers, and as a subject in school, I would say. And this book tells us about a person who just stops to get old at one point in his life, and it just kind of disturbs him. And the event started at the 17th century, and with this ability to not getting old, the people started hating him and just started avoiding him because they thought that he was unusual. He was like mag, he was like wizard, he was bad. They thought he can, this kind of started disturbing him. This just tells us about his life, and he just even meets a woman who will become the love of his life. Her name will be Rose, and he just got shy at telling Rose the truth that he won't get old, but at last he said it to her, and just kind of Rose was surprised at the beginning, but at the course of the talk, she kind of accepted the truth, and she just kind of continues to love him and to creating a family with him, and even their daughter inherited this gift. And suddenly he just goes away of his family, and just when Rose, the love of his life, dies, and and Marion, their daughter, gets lost, so and he just loses the hope for living to live, and he just started going all around the world looking for her, meeting very interesting people like Shakespeare, and even the Fitzgerald Scott, the author of The Great Gatsby in the 1940s. And I like this book not because it was a fantasy book. I don't like fantasy, but I like this book because it was bounded with history, and it was bounded with meeting very interesting historical people like Shakespeare, Scott Fitzgerald, and many others. I would recommend this book to everybody who watches my videos, and I hope you will like this book, because this book is very good kind of a fantasy. The way of telling it just fantastic, and this book will be very interesting for those who love history as I love it, and who is really into the history as I am in it. And thank you. Bye.